In the 21st century, the term socialism is associated with an international political, social, and economic movement. You probably think of Karl Marx, Friedrich Engels, Vladimir Lenin, or if you're a citizen of the United States, you think of self-proclaimed socialists like Bernie Sanders. But what you associate socialism with in the modern day probably varies with what an English factory worker thought of it during the latter half of the 19th century. For some, their working class consciousness and identity was reflected in the sports teams they played for or supported. Being a working class socialist didn't always mean you were politically active. In intellectual circles, being a socialist was political, driven by the desire to represent the proletariat who they believed were the downtrodden and overworked members of society. What surprises many today is that the early socialist vision of Karl Marx had many differences with the way socialism was implemented by governments in the 20th century. In addition to Marx, other socialists emerged, offering varying interpretations of the ideas laid forth in the Communist Manifesto. To learn more about the cultural and political origins of European socialism in the 19th century, check out the podcast episode below in the description. To stay up to date on our latest content, click the bell icon below and go to www.historyoffthepage.com. Thank you very much.